Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Clouds and very nice to meet you. If you're wondering why my voice may sound a little bit different today, is because I unfortunately just got COVID. I've had it for like 3, 4, 5 days now, actually, like 5 days, and yeah, I've been coughing up all day, so that's why my voice sounds different and why I'm also wearing a sweatshirt instead of like a proper outfit, because I can't be bothered to look into my wardrobe and look for something nice to wear. But I did do my makeup. Yes, I did. So yeah, one small milestone today. So I've been showing you guys what I do as a consultant and what my day looks like working in consulting over here on the channel and also on my TikTok. But I noticed that I actually never told you guys why I chose consulting and why I decided to choose this career path for myself. So if you guys were curious, here are the 5 reasons why I decided to pick consulting as my career of choice, and also why potentially you could want to choose consulting as well. So if you resonate with any of these reasons, consulting might be a good industry for you to join. So the first reason why I picked consulting is because the job allows for so much variety. So if you're someone who gets bored easily on the job or who doesn't really want to do the same thing over and over again, consulting is such a great industry for you to join because it's project work and you get assigned from one project to another project. And usually these projects, depending on what kind of consulting you do, so if you're doing like implementation stuff, operational stuff, it'll be longer, but sometimes these projects are a couple weeks long, and after 5 weeks, 6 weeks, you move on to a completely different project, new team, new client, sometimes new office, sometimes new country as well. So there's so much variety and you really don't get bored that easily. And to me, I really enjoyed that about consulting, and it's something that I really like about my job, is the fact that I do projects for a certain amount of weeks, 2 months, etc., and I can see myself rolling off of it. So I know that if it's like not a really good project, it's fine, I'll be moving on to something more exciting. And even if it is a really great project, it's good because, oh, like there's so much other good projects out there. So I really do like that about consulting. I love the fact that it's project work, and I love the fact that your teams change as well, so you get to meet so many people and you get to interact with so many, like, you know, clever people in your industry, which to me is such a value add. And to me, it's not only good because you don't get bored, but a lot of variety also means that there's so much to learn. You go from one project to another, from one industry to another, one solution to another, and you really get to pick up so much knowledge so quickly. It's like, especially now that I'm in my early 20s and I'm so receptive to information and I'm quick at absorbing things, I feel like it's so good to be in an industry where you learn so much across the spectrum, right? So for me personally, I've been in projects within financial services, I've been in projects within TMT. If you guys don't know, it's telecommunications, tech, and media. That was in the wrong order, sorry. I've also worked within energy and power. Yeah, I think those are the main ones that I've worked in so far. But I've learned so much about these industries, which in another job I probably wouldn't have learned about any other adjacent industry, because I would just be doing one thing in one industry. And if you also prioritize learning, prioritize development, and also are just the kind of person that wants to do a lot of fresh new things all the time, then consulting might be a good one. The second reason why I applied for consulting, which sadly enough hasn't really materialized in actual like practical terms because of COVID, but I really enjoy the fact that you get to travel a lot. I say that, and I've been working from my bedroom for the past 2 years, so yeah, you tell me.
Anyway.
Previously, before this whole pandemic, consulting was one of those jobs that allowed for so much travel because you had to travel to client sites. The first job that I got at the first company that I worked for had so much travel. You could travel to South Africa, you could travel to America, you could travel to Luxembourg. Unfortunately for me, again, I didn't get to travel because of COVID, but hopefully, I like fingers crossed that when everything rolls over, that there'll be still a little bit of traveling aspect in consulting, because I would love to get on a plane. I know that more seasoned consultants always tell me, Claudia, like once you actually get to travel, you're gonna hate it because it disrupts your schedule so much. I know, I just kind of want to try. But let me just say that if you're watching this video and you are a student and you're thinking, I want to join consulting because traveling all over the world sounds fun.
No.
First of all, I haven't traveled as mentioned, COVID kind of disrupted this whole thing. So yes, it was one of the reasons why I joined, but it hasn't really been like something that has happened. So it's like more of a expectation versus reality to me, because it didn't happen. And it might not go ever to how it used to be within consulting in terms of traveling. And second of all, traveling is nice, hotels are nice, but it's definitely very glamorized, as I mentioned. Like, I completely acknowledge that once I actually, or if I actually start traveling for work, I probably won't enjoy it as much as I think I will. So let's just all keep that in mind. It's definitely very glamorized. Going from hotel to hotel is not as nice as it seems. It's like, it's tiring, basically. It's more tiring than it sounds like. Moving on to the third reason why I picked consulting is because I really enjoy fast-paced work, and this is something that I discovered doing internships while I was working in a variety of different industries. And I just decided, hey, I actually really want to do like fast-paced stuff. I want to be able to be really like challenged, and this doesn't go to say that I enjoy like long hours or I want to do like investment banking hours. Like, no, I feel like when people say I enjoy fast-paced work, it always sounds like they just want to kill themselves at their job. No, that's not what I mean. I just enjoy challenging things and things that happen on such a fast scale that your learning curve is just really steep. I enjoy that kind of work, which is why I personally went for strategy consulting instead of like other types of consulting, because I personally feel like strategy consulting is more fast-paced. But that's also one of the reasons why I, chose consulting in general, because it's a fast-paced industry in general. I'll say you put on a project, you have to absorb so much information so quickly, because obviously you're working with clients that are experts in a specific industry, and you're expected to kind of keep up in the conversation, So as a 23, 24-year-old coming into the job, I pretty much need to like make sure I get my head down and fully understand an industry, because I don't want to make a fool out of myself in client meetings. So that aspect of it I enjoy. Like, it's so challenging and it's so fast-paced in terms of what you learn, in terms of how deliverables go and how conversations and meetings go in general. Like, one of the reasons why I joined consulting in general, not just strategy consulting but consulting in general, is like how fast-paced it is as an industry. So yeah. Reason number 4 as to why I picked consulting as my job and my career, and why I worked so hard during university to get an offer in consulting. It was a nightmare, guys. It was. But hey, I made it. And what were we talking about again? So yes, one of the reasons why I picked consulting was because I enjoy problem solving. And that sounds like so pretentious. I'm sorry. I feel like that's just the kind of standard interview answer you give someone, but I actually do really enjoy just thinking about things and thinking about like a potential solution for them. When I was applying for consulting, I was doing case studies. Essentially, they give you this real life case of a problem that a company has, and they ask you to solve it. And when I used to practice these cases, and they were really challenging, by the way. Case studies are not easy. Case studies were, to me, by far the hardest part of the application process, but they were so fun to do, honestly, even though they put a lot of pressure, and every time I should do it in an interview I would dread it because it was so hard. When I was practicing it with my friends, I actually thought that case studies were really fun, because it would be some kind of high-level problem like, oh, this burger company wants to acquire this donut company. Is this a good acquisition or not? Is it a profitable acquisition or not? And you just have to kind of like think about the different factors. Like, yeah, there's a financial part that you need to kind of calculate, but there's also like qualitative factors, like what about brand image? What about, the perception that donuts are not healthy anymore? Like, should they be looking at acquiring like a salad company instead? Like, just like really like real life applicable cases, and then you just have to think about like the solution that goes behind them and the kind of things that you would do as a consumer. I personally find so interesting. So that's one of the reasons why I decided to pick consulting. And as I was practicing for consulting, actually during this case studies, I realized, wow, like I really enjoy these. So yeah, if you enjoy problem solving and if you enjoy those kind of enigmas and coming up with solutions to very high-level business problems, I feel like strategy consulting is a pretty good, actually a perfect match for you if that's the case. Whew. Okay, let's get on to our last reason as to why I joined consulting. I'm pretty sure every other consultant that you guys meet will tell you guys this as well, but one of the main reasons why I joined consulting is for the exit opportunities. And this is more of like a strategic move in my career rather than like something that, oh, I really enjoy doing this or I really enjoy doing that. It's more like, okay, if I want to position my career in the long term, I want to start off in a job that will allow me a lot of opportunities, a lot of open doors. Because my company works with so many industries out there, it means that I can get experience working in all of these different industries. And that means that if and eventually when I decide to leave consulting, I have a lot of options in terms of industries. I can work in finance, I can work in FMCG companies, I can go and work in oil and gas industries, I can go and work for automobile companies if I want to, and if I get that experience. And it pivots you really well into tech as well if you want to do tech, which I know is a really popular choice right now. To me, it sounded like a really smart choice back then when I was a student, to go into an industry that will allow me to open as many doors as possible in the future. And you know, consulting was one of those. I feel like there's quite a few jobs out there that have really good exit opportunities. I feel like investment banking also has great exit opportunities. They usually go onto like hedge funds, PEs, and industries like that that, you know, make a lot of money. So it's great, but to me, investment banking was just too much in terms of workload and working hours. And consulting, even though it's not like flowers and rainbows in terms of work hours, it's a lot better than investment banking. I personally really thought that it merged all the things that I wanted together really well. And I'm really happy with the career choice I made, and I'm really happy that I eventually was able to get into the industry, because it definitely was not an easy path. I can do another video talking about that if you guys want to. But yeah, hopefully this video was helpful, and hopefully if you guys were thinking of getting into consulting, or like what are the reasons why I should get into consulting, these are 5 of the reasons, and hopefully it's helpful. Alright guys, I will see you guys. Oh my god, sorry, I was coughing. Well, thank you guys very much for watching this video, and please do not forget to like and subscribe and comment below if you guys enjoy this video. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye bye.